I am presenting my screen once again because of some reason I have disconnected. So today we are going to learn about the stack, the very first linear data structure. Is my screen is visible?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
now.
sir.
So
Stack.
stack, we have seen in the last lecture the different types of data structures. So can anybody tell me how many different kinds of data structures are there?
Two.
Two. Name them.
User defined. Pre-built
अजय
or
बताएं आप क्या
user
बोल रहे हैं
defined.
अजय? Not audible. Anyone else?
Sir, you can write user defined data structure or pre-built data structure.
So two main kinds of data structures are there. User defined, which includes
Array, stacks, or
no.
user
Someone else can say.
int floor char.
Sir, int float, these are user defined, and sir, built in are array, list, stack.
Mhm. Again, problem is there. Aman Arora, do you want? Can you tell me about the data structures which are in primitive type? Aman Arora,
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat the question?
can you tell me the different kinds of primitive data structures?
No, sir.
You are attending classes regularly, but you are not listening me, or you are not getting.
Sorry, sir.
No need to say sorry to me. You just say sorry to you. Okay? You are wasting your time, and I think you are wasting like money also. Anyone else? Anamika?
Sir, integer, float, strings, pointer.
These are all of primitive types. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Now, can anybody tell me like other type of the register?
Non-primitive data.
गौतम गौतम बताएं गौतम नॉन प्रिमिटिव में कौन कौन से आते हैं ओके विच कम्स अंडर
Linear or non-linear.
लीनियर एंड नॉन लीनियर वेरी गुड तो लीनियर तो इन लीनियर लाइक stack is linear or non-linear first of all धैर्य stack is linear non-linear धैर्य
Linear.
धैर्य कुमार जैन
हेलो
yes stack is linear or non-linear
तो स्टैक तो लीनियर ही होगा
linear ही होगा तुक्का मार रहे हैं या like just guessing or you are saying confidently
नहीं सर लीनियर ही होता है
so which one is non-linear
सर जो ट्रीज होते हैं और सब ग्राफ्स होते
very
हैं
good Harleen is there
Sir, tree and graphs.
Harleen Kaur
Yes, sir.
you are attending classes
सर कल से किया सर
okay good so okay so stack so we are coming onto the stack now which is the linear data structure first of all so like in primitive type we have seen like basic types of data are there like integer float character pointers and so on and next one non-primitive which is user defined we can say so it means there are actually list array and files broadly the three are there list array and files so now we are talking about list so list can be further classified as non-linear or linear so in linear we are having stack okay so as per the syllabus also this is our first data structure that we are going to learn now so the data structure linear first of all stack okay so the what is stack with the help of this diagram you can understand what is actually a stack so I think most of you have seen these.
Last come, first out.
This is most of you have seen this like diagram in your life, childhood life. Like there is a tower in which we need to put some like rings. So this kind of structure is actually known as stack. Okay, like where if we put some element, then the next element can be on the top of that. Then the another coming element will be on the top of that element, and so on. Okay, now first element that we can remove from the stack could be the last one. Like in this case, you can see the red element is at the top, and the like obviously the blue one was the first element that has been inserted into the stack, then green one, and then yellow one, and then red one. Now if you want to remove the elements, so definitely it will be in the reverse order. I cannot remove the blue element first, I cannot remove the yellow element randomly. The only element that I can remove from the stack one is red element. Yes or no? If I'm talking about the very
Yes, sir.
first one. So
Yes, sir.
this is how the stack
Yes,
looks
sir.
like actually. So stack, if we define the stack is, a stack is a data structure in which the items can be inserted only from one end and get items back from the same end. Now the definition is clear. By looking into this particular diagram, you can easily see the definition of the stack is in which the items can be inserted only from the one end. So you can see that one end is blocked. The lower end here, lower like we can say part of this stack here, that is blocked from where we cannot insert anything. Can we insert from this end? No. We cannot insert from this end. Okay, so in this way we can, like, that's why we can say the items which can be inserted only from one end, and the items that we can remove from the same end. So the top, this end is actually there, which can be used to insert or remove the elements. Therefore, the last item inserted into the stack is the first item to be taken out from the stack. Is it okay? As in the case, last element was a red disk, as it was inserted at the last. So this becomes the first element to be removed from the stack. And because of this property, we can say that stack is last in first out data structure. Is it okay now? What is stack? Is it clear? Basic definition
Yes, sir.
and basic
Yes,
property
sir.
of the stack. Now
Yes, sir.
look at this particular word that is top, which is very important. जब तक हम stack पढ़ेंगे तब तक ये top हमारे साथ हमेशा रहेगा. So the top, the end from which we can insert and from which we can remove the element is known as the top of the stack. Is it okay? So in some books you will like get the terms TOS, which is a short form of top of stack, or simply we can also use the word top, TOP top, which also represents this end from which we can insert or we can remove the element. So either of these words you can use. Most probably we will use in TOP for our like this like stack data structure for our learning. Okay. So again I am repeating, the stack is a linear data structure. You could include here the word linear. So linear, why linear? Again the linear means key in linear manner, one after another. So after blue we can insert green, then we can insert yellow, then we can insert red, and in the reverse order we can remove linearly also. That's why this kind of data structure is actually known as linear data structure. Okay. Now any doubt in this? So what is top? Is it okay?
सर एक बार टॉस का फुल फॉर्म बताना सर.
Top of stack
Top.
लिखा हुआ है ऊपर.
ओके सर.
Top of stack, TOS or top. Is it okay now? Any other doubt? What is stack? How it will look like? Is it okay?
सर इसका बेस एड्रेस वही होगा ना जो लास्ट वाले एलिमेंट का होगा.
इसमें बेस एड्रेस कुछ नहीं होता है.
नहीं होता सर.
अभी हमने बेस एड्रेस की बात ही नहीं करी है. Okay. Now coming on to the
Okay,
application of the stacks. Coming on to the application of stacks or real life examples of the stack. Some of the like examples I have shown to you. It could be the stack of books on the table. Okay. Like suppose we have put the books in the form of the stack. So this could be an example. Stack of trays or plates As I have already discussed that we all goes to canteens or like in marriage parties and so on. So where we can get the like these kinds of stacks of plates, okay, from where we need to put the top one first. And again, the same could be the top of stack in the top token stack in the bank. So जब आप बैंक में आते हैं, then you just get the tokens and you need to put the top one. So according to you will get the number. So definitely no one can take the middle one or the last one, because like the property of the stack again, we should remove the top from the stack. So these kinds of the examples, like many more examples are also there that we can relate with our real life. Okay, a CD pack could be there, from where we can only remove the CD from the top. Like there are many more. You can like search on your own and you can relate these examples with your life also. Now some examples are also there that we should relate with the computer science branch. Okay, that we will come upon. First we learn the basics of the stacks, then we will learn the application of the stacks in computer science. So we have specific applications also that we are going to learn in this like subject. Okay, so let us start with the basics of the stacks now. So stack implementation. Now the second is how we can implement the stack. When this implementation is in terms of programming actually. Okay, so when I am going to write a program, so how the stack can be implemented. So the way you can implement or you can use the stacks in your programs can be categorized as two types. One is static and one is dynamic. Please be remember that from now onwards, whatever data structure we will learn, two types of the implementation will be there. One is static and one is dynamic. Whether it will be stack or queue or tree or graph or whatever it is. Okay, so the implementation of any data structures can be categorized as static or dynamic. Dynamic we have learned like in labs. My lab was started using dynamic program. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Merlock, Kenlock.
In lab, when we have started, I have also given you some programs that you need to write using some malloc, calloc, or free or realloc functions. So some dynamic functions are there that we will use. Obviously, these are used to efficiently use the memory. Okay, the same reason is there. We are dividing the implementation of every data structure in two kinds. One is static and one is dynamic. So in the case of static, what we will going to use is we are going to use array. When I am talking about the static implementation, it will always be using arrays. Okay, because array are there in which we need to provide the size of the array initially. When we are going to implement the stack array, then we need to provide the size of the array. Okay, so we assume that the size of the data structures, if initially given to me, then it is actually the static implementation, which could be the drawback of the static implementation also. So using array, stack and static implementation can be done. It is not efficient because it requires actually more memory. We have already seen like why we should not use the static implementation. दो reason बताए थे मैंने. Can anybody tell me? Related to the memory, I have explained two reasons. The drawbacks of static implementation of array. Can anybody tell me?
Sir, waste of memory, because
Sir, may I tell?
Yes. One is waste of memory.
Sir.
Second one.
Sir, it is a bit slower than static memory allocation.
Okay.
Garbage result, sir.
Garbage results. Very good. The second one could be, first one is Biskishore has told us key wastage of memory. Like suppose I have initially declared the size of array is 100, but I am using only 60, then 40 is wasting. Okay, 40 bytes are not being used, so this is not useful for me. Or in the other words, like the other criteria, if you will see, if I have declared the size of array is 100, now suppose I need to store 120 elements, then what? Up to 100 it will work perfectly, but after 100 it may gives me the garbage results. So that two things we have learned initially. So that is what the drawback of static implementation also in this case. Okay, so static implementation can be done using array first of all. And the same two drawbacks are there while we are implementing the data structure using static way. It is not efficient as required more memory. Obviously, we need to be safe. We need to be on the safe side. So we need to declare the array size which is more than that actually which is required. मुझे मान लीजिए 10 elements करवाना है तो मैं for the safe side 15 elements I will initially use. Definitely, it is a human tendency. Now, because the size has to be declared during the program execution, that is the main drawback of this static implementation. Now, array dynamic implementation, it will always be using linked list. So, linked list is another data structure that I think we have not studied till now. So, you need not to worry about that. Whenever we will learn this linked list, we are coming back onto the implementation of stack using linked list. Okay, so using linked list, dynamic allocation can be done. Dynamically, we can implement the stack, or not only stack, we can implement any data structure actually, and using pointers too. So in that, please mute your mic. Aditi, you need to mute your mic. So two kinds of this implementation, one is static and one is dynamic. Please remember that static will always be using array and dynamic will always be using linked list. Okay, and along with the pointers. Is it okay now? Any doubt till now? That is very important because in every data structure we will learn this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Static implementation and dynamic. So right now we are going for only static implementation because we don't know what is actually the linked list. So we are going for static implementation right now. Okay. So linked list we will be learning when we will complete the topic or we will complete the second unit, that is of linked list. Actually, linked list, like application of linked list is actually that we are going to learn is how to implement the stack and you using linked list. ये इसकी application ही होगी linked list की. So that will automatically comes at that time. Okay. For the time being, we are going for the static implementation. So now representation of the stack using static implementation. Now it is very important. अब जो अपन देखने वाले हैं, it is actually very important. Please be considerate and be specific. Okay. So this is what you are seeing. This is an array. How many elements we can store in that array?
5
So
एलिमेंट्स तो सर कुछ नहीं दिख रहा है, सिर्फ मेमोरी एलोकेशन दिख रहा है.
how many elements you can store into this array?
5.
So what could be the size of this array?
5.
So it is static or it is dynamic?
स्टैटिक.
स्टैटिक है सर.
This is static.
Okay.
Everyone needs to speak. कोई एक ही बंदा नहीं बोलेगा, सबको बोलने की जरूरत है. So this
So
is a
static.
stack. This is a static implementation, and we are using an array, and the size of the array is 5. Okay. So now, initially say this is an stack actually. So initially it is an empty. This is an empty stack. Okay. Now, one more thing what we required in order to represent the stack is, can you tell me? Initially I have specified. In my first slide it was there, that was top. किसी भी element को represent करने के लिए stack में what I required is top. So now at this point when the stack is empty, the value of top will be, can anybody tell me?
0.
0.
Can anybody tell me what could be the
0.
value of the top when the stack is empty?
गार्बेज वैल्यू होगा ना.
What could be the top when the value, no value is there in the stack?
4.
Sorry,
4 sir.
1.
4.
0. सर 0 वैल्यू है, गार्बेज वैल्यू.
Array indexes starts from Why 0? Why you are saying 0?
Sir, because array index starts from 0.
Sorry, repeat.
array index starting
Sir,
0.
because arrays indexing starts from 0.
Array indexing starts from 0. So now again come on to that diagram. Okay. Top is pointing to what?
Sir, 4 is correct. 4.
Top is pointing to what?
Last element.
Last element to be inserted, or in simple words we can say the top of the stack. Remember this thing, top of the stack. Okay, so now suppose this is an array. Okay, how many elements are there in this array right now?
4.
I am talking about this particular
4.
4 elements are there. So top is pointing to what now? Right now, indexing in the like if we will talk about the
3.
indexing. So yes, 3.
3.
Because this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and top is now, right now the top is
3.
3. Now suppose this element was not there, red disk is not there, so now the value of top is now
2.
2. So now suppose I am saying ki no element is there in this stack, as the stack is empty right now. So what is the value of top right now?
0.
Null.
0, 1, what is?
0.
0, no. So when the blue will be inserted,
Null.
then top will be, when we will insert the blue, then the top will be 1. So top 0 is not true. Is it okay now? Top will not be 0. ये समझ में आया आप सब लोगों को?
Yes sir, आ गया.
Top 0 कब होगा? When there is
कुछ भी ना हो स्टैक में, स्टैक क्रिएट ही नहीं हुआ वो.
और कोई बोलना चाहेगा? When the value of top is 0.
Sir, when there will be one element.
When the first element is inserted.
Very good. When the first element inserted, when the blue disk is there in this tag. Okay. So now tell me what could be the value of top in this case when the stack is empty. Index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me what could be the top?
I equals to 4.
I am talking about top, not high.
Sir, can it be null?
Yes, it will be null actually. And null means here -1. Top is equals to, right now the top is -1. -1 is representing that there is no element in the stack. Is it okay?
Can it be 0 also, sir?
Sorry?
Can it be 0 also?
No, it cannot be 0, dear. I have initially explained when, like, just look at this. Okay, like, let me come onto the like forward. When we are like filling this stack now, you will be able to understand how it will not be 0. Okay. So now at this time, is it okay? Top is equals to -1 when the stack is empty. Now look at this.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, can you explain it through example? Yeah, general purpose example. Because I am not understand top is equals to -1. How?
No issue. I am explaining it. Please look into the board. Do not talk like unnecessarily. Let me complete first. Then you will be able to understand. I am showing you. Okay. Now, suppose first element I am inserting, that is A. Where it will be inserted now?
At index
0.
Index 0.
As it is being shown in the next diagram. Okay. So now is the stack is empty?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now
Element is entered. A.
Now what will be the value of top?
0.
1.
Now the like think some concepts is clear now. Some doubt like may be clear.
defining the top by the index of the stack, sir.
नो आई एम नॉट गेटिंग यू अजय, आपके माइक में क्या इशू है बेटा?
सर अगर एरे की इंडेक्सिंग 1 से होती है, अगर फिर एम्प्टी स्टैक होता है तो उसकी टॉप की वैल्यू 0 हो जाती है।
सॉरी, एरे का इंडेक्स
अगर 1 से स्टार्ट होता तो
डेफिनेटली
इंडेक्सिंग 1 से स्टार्ट
definitely you are right in that case. If we start the indexing from 1, then definitely the top will be 0 at that case. But right now I am taking the scenario which is very general and which is being used in the programming, that is indexing starts from 0. We generally take the scene when the index an array starts from 0 actually. So we are talking about this only. Now if you are writing a program in which you are starting with the index I1, then it will be 0. Initially the top will be 0 when the stack is empty. Is it okay now?
Okay.
Any other question now? So as you have inserted the element A in the empty stack, the top will be incremented by 1. Top will be incremented by 1 and it is becoming now 0. It is pointing to the topmost element of the stack. So now at the top of the stack is A and the top is pointing to A. Is it okay? Now suppose I am going to insert B. Where it will be now?
Top is 1.
At index 1.
At index 1 and the value of top will be
1.
Now see, now हाँ पूछिए. Yes, anybody wants to ask? Now suppose I am going to insert C. What next now? 2. Top will be 2. Now D. The top will be 3. Next E. Top will be 4. Okay. Now can I insert the next element?
No, sir.
No, क्योंकि stack is full.
Yes, that is what the static implementation actually. In static implementation, the size of the stack is fixed, and that size is actually what?
5.
Yeah, 5. Initially, we have given the size of the stack as 5. As we have initiated the array that is going to represent or implement the stack. Now you also see that in the case of static implementation, we are going to use array. In the previous slide, we have seen. Okay, so array with the bounded size. That is what the static implementation means. So here we are going to use an array with the size 5. It means that I am able to store 5 elements in the stack, and in this way actually we are going to add the elements. So initially I have added A in the empty stack. I am repeating now again. When the stack is empty, then the value of top will always be -1 or null. Is it okay? When you are going to write the program using pointers, then you need to use the null. And when you are going to write the program using array, then we are going to use -1, the initial value of top. Okay. Then as soon as I have yes.
Sir, so we are defining the top of the stack by the index of the stack, sir.
Yes, definitely. So top will be actually indexed. Then like in array, you are using I for indexing now.
Yes, sir.
A of I. So here we are going to write likewise stack top. Stack top. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
So it is just like an indexing. So stack top. If stack 1, it means B. Stack 4, it means E. Stack 3 means D. Is it okay?
Sir, is empty stack, we can say empty stack as a null, not top equals to -1, because -1 is not sophisticated.
I'm not getting you what you want to say.
सर मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि जो empty stack है ना, उसको null कहना बेहतर रहेगा top -1 की जगह.
नहीं, ये हम ये null, when we will use a null when we are going to use pointers. When we are going to use array implementation, then we will use -1 only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
In the case of array, we need to show the indexes. So index cannot be null. Can we write a null?
No.
Can we write a null?
No.
So we cannot use null in this case. But if we are using pointers, then we can use null. We should use actually null. Okay. Then you will
Okay,
see
sir.
that how when we implement the stack using linked list, then you will see how null will be used. So for right now, you just take care of this -1. Okay. So -1 means top will be -1 when the stack is empty. And I am taking the general scenario in which we are thinking we should start with the 0, indexing 0. Okay. And if anyone will start with the indexing 1, then the top will be 0 initially. So it is rarely actually. So now, as soon as we will add the element, the top will be incremented by 1. Every time we are going to insert the element into the stack, then top will be incremented. So likewise, here I am adding a, then top is becoming 0. I am adding 1 to the previous value of top. Then again, if I am going to add b, then again I am adding 1 to the previous value of top. That is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So previous value of top value will always be incremented by 1 as soon as we are going to insert the elements. But at one stage, when the top is equals to 4, what is 4 now? Can maybe tell me what is 4? In terms of array, what is 4? No, in terms of array, what is 4? Like
So the last element.
Last
Index-
element.
The last index value.
Index
N
index
minus
value.
1.
Very good.
N minus 1.
Very good. N minus 1 last index value or high. You can say high. कल हम पढ़ रहे थे in binary search we have learned low and high. So it is the upper bound of your. You can simply say upper bound of your array. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
now, but again in this case, when we are going to implement the stack, we will use the new term for this. As instead of I am using top, so in this stack I am going to use the new term that is known as maximum size (ms) of the stack. So now the two terms we are using for implementation of the stack. One is top, which is representing the top of the stack, and one is max size (ms), which is the maximum number of elements that a stack can hold. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
But now tell me, when the value of top is equals to max, so now max size, what is the value for the max size in this example? Can anybody tell me?
4.
5.
Top plus 1.
Very good. So in this case, if I will ask you the value of max size, now I can write over there is the value of ms is equals to 4. Okay, value of ms is equals to 4. Is it okay? So it is initially given to me actually.
Sir,
as we are implementing.
सर हमने maximum size का definition लगा maximum number of elements that a stack can hold. तो maximum number तो 5 hold कर सकता है ना ये. Indexing इसका 4 होगा.
तो max size की वैल्यू क्या होगी? Actually n-1. हाँ, you can say that. You are right in this case. So it is actually you can say -1 over there. Okay. Like when we are going to start the index 1, it could be right, but now you can write this maximum number of elements.
Sir, according to arrays index, we can say it is 4.
Yes, it is 4. So it is actually a logic that you need to understand, nothing else. Okay, so maximum size could be maximum number of elements that a stack can hold -1. Now is it okay? It could be in definition if you are going to, so it could be like this. Maximum number of elements that a stack can hold -1. So 5 elements it can hold, then the maximum size, the value of maximum size will be 4 initially. Is it okay now?
Okay, sir.
Now tell me, when the value of top equals to 4, Now, can I insert the element, new element in this case?
No.
Why not?
No, sir.
Why not?
Because array indexing is memory all allocated all
Stack is full, sir.
Very good. That is what I want to say. Okay. So what I want to listen is stack is full now in this case. So I should write here the stack is full. Good. So memory, like how initially that how much memory we have allocated, we have initiated, all the memory has been used by us, and now we are not able to insert the new element. Then in that case we can say that the stack is full now. So the condition for stack full is, can anybody tell me?
If top equals to max size.
Very good. -1, max size -1 or max size. Okay. So now here I am like changing the words. So if the maximum size, मैं इसको ऐसे ही छोड़ दूं, maximum size equals to the maximum number of elements that the stack can hold. So here ms is actually 5. यदि मैं इसको revise कर रहा हूँ थोड़ा सा, so it could be like this. So the condition for the full stack is top is equals to ms -1. Is it okay? And,
yes, sir.
And what is the condition for the empty stack?
Top equals to -1.
Very good. Top equals to -1. That is actually why I am discussing so, because this is now the next topic of this slide. So this representation is okay now. Is there any doubt in this? Now I am remaining. Now I am leaving that maximum size as the maximum number of elements as a stack can hold. So ms is equals to 5 right now. So now there is no doubt in this. What is maximum size? Maximum size is as it is, maximum number of elements that a stack can hold. Now coming on to this, underflow and overflow conditions. That is very important actually. For every data structure, again I am repeating, for every data structure we will learn these conditions, underflow and overflow, and it has been asked regularly in the interviews or in gate examinations also, because whenever you are going to write the program or whenever you are going to write the algorithm, the first thing we need to check that whether the stack is overflow or underflow. Okay, depending upon the case what we are going to do. So whatever the algorithm or the operation you are going to perform on any data structure, now I am not talking about stack only, any data structures, before performing any operations, we need to check the conditions either underflow or overflow. Okay, so what is underflow condition? Can anybody tell me by any guess?
Empty stack.
Empty stack. Very good. So underflow condition is stack is empty. It means ki the stack, there is no element into the data structure. In this case, the stack we are talking about, so stack is empty. So what could be the condition for an underflow when the stack is
Top
empty?
equals to.
Yes. Now what is the
Top
condition of
equals
stack
to
empty?
-1.
Top equals to -1. Now what is overflow?
Top equals
Stack
to
is
max
full.
maximum size of
What is
array.
underflow?
full.
Stack is full या फिर maximum size of
And
Stack
then
is
also we are
full.
trying to.
And top equals to maximum size -1. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
These
Okay, sir.
conditions.
Sir, overflow.
Yes, overflow. पूछिए. Overflow.
Sir, overflow will be then if stack is full and then also we are trying to enter an element.
Yes, definitely. Like this is just like that when we are trying to put more water in the full like jug or full tank, whatever it is. Then what happens? It will be overflowing.
Overflow, huh?
So this is the same condition you can like think upon and you can relate in order to remember. As soon as the stack gets full, then we are not able to now insert the new element. That is the condition of overflow. Now suppose if you are going to insert the element f, can we insert it? No.
Yes, sir. That
No.
F could be overflow.
Yes, that is what the overflow means. So now what the condition we are going to check in the case of overflow? The top will be my max size -1. If the top is equals to max size minus 1, we are not able to insert the new element. That is what I am going to say.
Sir, we can say overflow condition when generate when stock array not accepted element further element after maximum size.
So here we should not use the word array, we should use the word stack.
Okay, sir.
So underflow condition is when the tank is totally full, free, totally empty. Tank, I am not talking about water tank. So when the water tank is totally empty, it is empty. So it is just like an empty stack. And the condition for that is equals to top equals to minus 1. Even
So
if
the condition of overflow should be top is greater than max size minus 1.
No.
Indexing 5 अगर
Actually, top cannot be 5 in this case. You just see the example. Can the top be 5?
No, sir.
No, sir. सर आप जो बता रहे हो सर एक मिनट सर
just listen once. When the stack is full, the condition is top is ms minus 1. So now can you be able to insert the new element?
No.
When the top is 4, that is 5 minus 1, can we able to insert the new element?
No, sir.
No. Sir, at 4 we are inserting, at 5 we cannot.
As soon as the value of top is equals to 5, then we cannot. But how the top will become 5?
No, sir.
Top 5 होगा नहीं ना इसके. Just see.
Sir, क्योंकि indexing ही 4 तक है sir.
Just look at the example from the beginning. As soon as you are inserting the element, then the value of top will be incremented. Just look back. When A is there only, then top is 0. Then when B is inserting, then top will be incremented. It is not like the top will be incremented first and then the element will be inserted.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I am getting you what you are thinking now. So it is
yes, sir. I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay, so first we will insert the value and then top will be incremented. Top will be incremented, then insert the value. Top will be incremented, then insert the value. It is not like कि पहले value insert होगी तो top होगा. You just जब हम algorithm पे आएंगे तब समझ में आएगा आपको. I will take more examples also in that case. So just now remember कि top when top is max size minus 1, it means the stack is full. Now you are not able to insert the new element in that case. Okay, so now tell me underflow. When you will check the underflow condition, I am giving you an option while I am going to insert the new element or while I am going to delete the existing element. Just tell me.
Insert.
Okay, so when inserting, we are going to check what?
Underflow condition.
Overflow condition. Very good. When we are going to insert the new element, then we need to check the overflow condition. Now, when we are going to delete something, then what you will check?
Underflow condition.
Yes.
Underflow condition.
Now look at this. क्या is empty stack में से can we delete something?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So we will check underflow condition in this case. If the stack is empty, then we will not going to delete anything. So in order to delete, there must be at least one element.
Yes, so we are trying to delete from nothing.
Sorry. If we are going to delete from the full stack, then it is okay. No, we need not to take the condition. Like so, what I actually want to convey is, in the case of deletion, we will going to check the underflow condition, and in the case of insertion, we will going to check the overflow condition. We will see how in the coming lecture when we will learn about the algorithms of insertion and deletion. Is it okay now? Now just look at the operation of the stacks. And this is the last slide for today. From in next lecture, we will learn the various operation of stacks now. So stack operations, first of all, it could be is empty. So is empty is a simple function which we will use to see whether the stack is holding some elements or not. Okay, is empty is very simple. So stack considered empty when there is no item onto the top, and in this case, is empty operation returns the true. Jab stack will be empty, then it returns true, and when there is no item, it returns true, and when some items will be there, then the stack is empty will always returns false. So simply we can say that is empty function is a Boolean function. Okay. Similarly, we have a function. Yes.
Sir, the function is user defined or predefined?
So we can also define this function. We will define it actually. Okay. We will define this
But
function. Is empty function we will define. We will just check the condition. We know that now the condition for empty stack and the full stack. You know that these conditions. You just compare. You just use the if statement. If top equals to -1, it means that it is empty. That's it. So is empty function will return true. Similarly, if the stack is equals to top equals to ms-1, then the is full function will return true. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. But sir, they means that
Yes,
the
sir.
function are predefined, or we have to define, then we can.
We have to define it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now, main three functions are there. Now coming on to this push, pop, and peep. So actually, these are the three main functions you can see. Okay. So what is push? Push means to insert an item from top of the stack, which is known as the push operation. Okay. And the push operation, now in the case of push operation, what you will check? Underflow or overflow? Just tell me now fast. Overflow. So specific name we are giving the insertion operation is push in the case of stack. Okay. So every time we will insert or we will push the element to the top of the stack, we need to check overflow condition first. Okay. Now push operation obviously change the position of the stack, and it will be incremented or decremented.
Incremented.
Now pop. The deletion will be termed as pop. Whenever you will remove some element from the stack, definitely that will be the top element of the stack. So it is known as the pop function. Okay. And when the pop will be performed, the top will be incremented or decremented? Decremented. We will see in the next lectures how it will be the pop will be performed. So two functions are clear: insertion and deletion. That is push and pop. And then the next one is peep. Peeping. Everyone has, I think, learned about jhankna. Okay. So now it returns the ith element from the top of the stack. Now suppose this is my stack. So suppose I'm just asking you just return the third element from the top of the stack. What it will be? Tell me. Third element from the top of the stack.
C.
Yes, C. So this is a kind of peeping operation. But remember the difference between pop and peep. In pop, we are going to delete the element, okay, and from it will always be from the top. And in peep, we can just return the value stored at the ith position. So it is not necessary that it will be top, and I can use any value from the stack. But remember, in peep, we are not going to delete the element. In peep, we are going to remove, but in pop, we are going to remove, but in peep, we are not going to remove. We are just peeping that what is there at that particular position. The difference is very much, it should be very clear actually.
सर पीप से हम ये पीप ऑपरेशन से हम ये देखते हैं कि ये एलिमेंट कौन सा पोजीशन पर है.
Done. Very good. Is it okay now? So basically we are having three operation: push operation, pop operation, and peep operation for stack implementation. These two operations, these two functions, is empty, is full, will be used in this push and pop only. Is it okay? When we are going to insert, then we need to see whether stack is full or not, and when we are going to delete, then we need to see whether the stack is empty or not. And same in the case of peep also. So these many operations we are having in this stack. Yes.
So in case of push, you sir mentioned that it will follow the condition of overflow. But in case of pop, sir, is it compulsory that it is going to follow the condition of underflow or something?
Yes, in case of pop, we need to check the condition of underflow.
सर बट
If
पॉप में तो क्या कर रहे हैं कि सर जो मैक्सिमम टॉप पे है सर उसके ऊपर सर अपन एलिमेंट्स उसमें पुश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन पॉप में तो सर अपन टॉप से नीचे के भी एलिमेंट्स सर उसमें से डिलीट कर सकते हैं सर, ऐसा
नहीं कर
compulsory
सकते, नहीं कर सकते। मैं फिर अभी तक आपने समझा क्या? Like is the first slide which I have shown is, can we remove the yellow disk from this? Yes or no?
No.
No, sir.
Can we remove? So then what? You can only remove the topmost element.
Yes, sir.
Pop can be done only with the red disk.
Yes, sir.
In this case, pop can be done with only the yellow disk. In this case, pop can be done with only the blue disk. That's it. Okay. So pop can only be performed the element which is at the top. And that's why I'm saying if suppose there is no element, like in the case of empty stack, we cannot pop the elements. That's why we are going to check the underflow condition in the case of deletion, popping.
So sir, if we are checking the pop condition on the applying the pop condition at the top only, so then also we will call it the underflow situation, or
Yes. We need to check now before deleting the element. We need to check whether some element is there in the stack or not. आप जब डिलीट करने जाएंगे तो पहले ये चेक करेंगे कि क्या उस स्टैक में कोई एलिमेंट अवेलेबल है या नहीं है. If the element is there, then only we can delete. Otherwise, we cannot delete.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, in the case of insertion, first we will check is there any room or in any space vacant in the stack or not. If it is already full, then we are not able to check it or insert it. Done. That is why the use of these two conditions are very much clear. ये बहुत clear होना चाहिए आप लोगों को.
Yes, sir.
We will definitely learn again in these two with the help of specific examples in next class.
सर आप जो ओवरफ्लो का कंडीशन समझा रहे हो, एक्चुअली आप इंडेक्सिंग की हेल्प ले रहे हो, क्योंकि मैक्सिमम साइज अगर 5 है तो टॉप इक्वल, अगर मैक्सिमम साइज की जगह पुट करके हम 5 पुट करें तो इंडेक्सिंग इक्वल्स टू 4.
ठीक है, बिल्कुल सही है. That is why here 4 is there. The E is at the 4th position, na? Index 4. E.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So is it okay now? So that is all for today. From next class we will learn the various algorithms for push, pop, and peep. Okay. So basically whenever you will ask how many operations are there in the stack, you just say that 3 operations are there: push, pop, and peep. These 2 are the supplementary operations that we are going to perform with these push and pop. Okay, so 3 operations: push, peep, and pop. Now we will learn the algorithm of these one by one in the next lecture. Done?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I have taken the attendance, and now you can leave the class.